It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, it is WrestleMania season. The Royal Rumble is about to start off our WrestleMania season. If you're a pro wrestling fan, come on in. If you're not a pro wrestling fan, tap on in anyway. You might like this. Come on now. I am your host, Chris Moore. Welcome to More Insight. This is insight you can trust because there's more where it came from. And we're going to tap into a topic about Roman Reigns. Yes, Roman Reigns. He was on the Pat McAfee Show and he had some things to get off his chest. He had some things that he had in the drafts and he hit sin today. He definitely hit sin. And one thing in particular that I want to touch on is what he said, that we have great leadership in Nick Khan. God bless him. What a businessman. He's a genius. But we have to be able to keep up with that creatively. Wow. When Roman said we haven't evolved creatively, who do you think he's talking about? Don't worry, I'll wait. It's not going to take long to figure it out. He's definitely taking a shot at Triple H. He's taking a shot at the creative team. And if you've watched WWE Unreal, this statement by Roman Reigns proves what we all are thinking and what we are all saying out loud. This creative team has got to figure some things out. And you want to talk about QB1, Cody Rhodes. And this is not a shot to Cody Rhodes. But don't call yourself QB1 if you can't bring in QB1 numbers, okay? Here's another uncomfortable truth. Roman Reigns is absolutely right. He is correct. So two things can be true. Creative is bad, but creative can only push who's popping. You can do what you want when you're popping. That's what Future said. But right now, these stars ain't popping. Now, recently, we have Obafemi, who's yet to debut, coming up soon. We have Trick Williams. We finally have Carmelo Hayes. He's starting to get some traction. Now, we're finally starting to see some people who are getting some pops. And now it's up to WWE to build these people to make sure they continue to get those pops. Now, after WrestleMania 40, when Roman finally lost the belt, we're supposed to enter into a new era. Shouts out to Triple H, a new era. I know that's a trigger word for y'all, so I'm a chill. I'm a relax off that, okay? Now, after WrestleMania 40, again, the torch was supposed to be passed. The bloodline was supposed to be stopped. You cut it off at the root. It's a new era. But what happened since WrestleMania 40? The best stories for me, and I'll give you three of them. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Jade Cargill, Cinema. And I would probably say the rise of Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan, to me, was not going to be as good as she is now. She has a business. She has a chokehold on the business right now. But you notice something? None of these stars required a brand new megastar. They were built on established names. Liv Morgan is attached to Rhea Ripley, an established name. Jade Cargill is attached to Naomi and Bianca Belair, established names. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, established names. Where is that breakout star? Where is the "this is awesome" moment? Only recently have we seen that. Because during the Bloodline era, during that time, you could not miss a single Friday night. To me, it felt like 1998 again. It felt like that Attitude Era. It felt like Monday Night Wars all over again. But now, today, in the today of things, in the 2026 of things, it feels like, I'll just see what happens on YouTube. I mean, it's been some Tuesdays, I'll go to Bleacher Report. Let me see the results. Let me see what happened. So you can say I'm doing a temperature check. And guess what? It ain't really doing much for me. And before we go any further, we have to remember the best promo, arguably, by Roman Reigns. It only took 30 seconds. And when Roman cut that promo, it wasn't arrogance. It was about control. It was about command. It was about putting y'all on game. I'm tired of being humble. Malice and Clip said, I tried being humble. Humble gets no respect. But now with Roman Reigns, you got to put some respect on his name. This was Muhammad Ali level of telling the world that he's the greatest in the world, and then having to go out and prove it. This was like LeBron in Miami saying not one, not two, not three, not four. Now, granted, they didn't get the 3 and the 4, but they got the 1 and the 2, and that's all that matters. They got the 1 and the 2, but he backed it up. And when Roman Reigns says that this is my show, this is my camera, you believed him. Everybody sitting in that arena believe that this is his show. When you're watching SmackDown and you're seeing Roman Reigns yelling to the camera, this is my camera, I run it all. You believe it. That's aura, as the kids say. What Dave Chappelle say about Rick James, like Charlie Murphy said it. Like his aura, whatever, you can see it. When Roman Reigns' music drops, you can see the aura forming, not farming. You can see the aura forming, not farming. You didn't scroll through your phone when the Bloodline was on TV. When they made that entrance, Sami Zayn over there did not catch the beat at all. He turned up. I mean, there's so many moments with the Bloodline. Let's not even talk about the stars that it created. You don't have a Yeet. You don't have a Jey Uso unless he breaks off from the Bloodline. And from the Bloodline, you have Solo Sikoa. That's a whole different issue. Why he's not the man that he should be. And it'll come in time. It'll come. But without Solo taking over as a tribal chief, you don't have them bringing in Jacob Fatu. You don't have them bringing in Tangaloa. You don't have these other individuals being added to the storyline. You don't have them added to the WWE without the Bloodline. Those Bloodline segments, like I said, you didn't scroll through your phone. You were locked in. This wasn't common. This wasn't what we were used to seeing. So many people have broken away. Me, myself personally, I broke away from wrestling for a long time. I was only watching it once a year at WrestleMania. But when Roman Reigns turned into the tribal chief, I was locked in. And I'm still locked in. My 4-year-old, we locked in, baby. That was for you, Dusty Rhodes. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to shut down the narrative that Roman doesn't elevate people. Because that's absolutely ridiculous. Roman Reigns has taken pins for Bronson Reed. He lost to Seth Rollins and CM Punk and endured the betrayal of the wise man Paul Heyman. That's happened in the last 2 years. But what happened with Bronson Reed? Bronson Reed took the moniker, changed it. I'm the tribal thief. I'm wearing the Shula Fala. First of all, you're a hater. But at the same time, what has WWE done from that angle? Absolutely nothing. He's not been positioned like a monster. He's not been booked like Vader was back in WCW. He's not even treated like a main event threat today because he has to take a back seat to Braun Breaker. You Braun Breaker bouncer. You Diesel. Shouts out to Kevin Nash. You Diesel. Hold my bags, boy. And you can't put that on Roman. That's not on Roman. If LeBron James throws you a pass, and you wide open for the 3, and you shoot, you supposed to make it. Come here, Malik Beasley. Where are you? There's no telling where you are. Let me leave that situation alone. But that's not, Roman said it himself, that I'm leaving an opening, and I'm giving that space to create to whoever and whatever star they want. That shows me it's not about ego. He's being accountable. He's being a leader. He's giving you the stage, but you don't command the camera. I'm going to say that again. He gave you the stage, but you can't command the camera. You can't command the crowd. And here, and this is the part that's going to get real uncomfortable. Clutch your pearls. Tighten your cheeks up. WrestleMania is not Backlash. Okay? WrestleMania is not Crown Jewel. WrestleMania is not No Mercy. It's not Vengeance. It's not Fastlane or whatever these low-level PLEs are called. WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of wrestling. So in order to sell out these stadiums that you're doing, you need people who can sell tickets. And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people are talking about put the belt on Sami Zayn right now. Absolutely not. Who is flying to Las Vegas to see Sami Zayn defend the title. Don't worry, I'll wait. Y'all talking about all these people who should hold the belt. Let's take it there. Who's flying all the way to Vegas to see LA Knight be the champion? I'm sorry? Crickets. Exactly what I expected. Now, hear me out. If Sami Zayn is the champion at Backlash, if he's the champion at one of the Clash of the Champions, the Night of Champions, if he's the if him and LA Knight are champions during No Mercy, so be it. Go ahead and cook. But WrestleMania is about selling tickets. That stage demands aura. That stage demands presence. That stage demands a tribal chief because it demands someone who feels larger than life. It's not disrespect to them, but it is economics. And we do live in an economic world. Hello. Roman Reigns' box office. That's not opinion. That's analytics for you. That's data. You can debate creative direction. You cannot debate that when Roman Reigns is advertised, tickets move. If you want to take it there, let's go ahead and take you there. I'm sorry, PTSD warning, disclaimer. The Rock was booked for Elimination Chamber. They didn't have a storyline in place for him. They needed to move some tickets. And it just so happened, hey, since you're here, let's toss this idea out. And there you have it. The John Cena heel turn. Most viewed clip of 2025. Got nothing from it. And under the Vince McMahon era, the bloodline was appointment television. You could not miss a Friday, like I said. Yes, Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is the creative director for the bloodline. Complicated as that may sound because it's Vince McMahon, but that storyline felt like HBO. It felt like cinema. There's no reason why Roman Reigns should not have an Emmy, an Oscar award for his performance as the tribal chief. What are we doing here? Every week there was tension. Every week there was cinema. Every week, every segment had our attention. It wasn't just the matches, y'all. It was the layers. We had family politics. We love family drama. It was loyalty. It was betrayal. It was Sammy Uso pitching to Roman Reigns to be an honorary Uso. We went from honorary Uso to Sammy Uso to Sammy then hitting Roman Reigns in the back with the chair because he wanted to go back with his friend and defend his honor. Shouts out to Kevin Owens. Y'all, we had Shakespeare and Jordans. We had Suits. We had Succession with steel chairs. Triple H may have pivoted hard to get Cody Rhodes positioned as the new John Cena architect. Maybe that was Cody Rhodes doing. I don't know. To be the corporate friendly hero. And Cody is good. But Roman is transcendent. And to the point, I will even say this. Roman Reigns was in Street Fighter. I don't believe Cody Rhodes gets that role unless he's attached to Roman Reigns. Yes, the man is box office in more ways than one. In the ring and out the ring. And that's the difference between someone who's reliable and someone who's rare. And Roman Reigns, he's rare. Now, here's the thing that really got me going, really got my mind going. Roman said, we have great leadership in Nick Khan. God bless him. What a businessman. That's a lot of respect. But then he adds, we have to keep up creatively. That's a warning shot. Boom. Shouts out to Jey Uso. That's him saying the money machine is working, but the art is slipping. You can't survive on corporate strength alone. Wrestling is emotional equity. Wrestling is about storytelling. If we as fans aren't emotionally invested, we won't revolt, but we will drift away. And drifting away is worse than outrage. Because outrage means you still care. Drifting means you're done. And we don't want to be done. Please don't push us to being done. And going back to The Rock, it's not lost on anyone that The Rock is family. You know, Joe and Dwayne are cousins in real life. You don't think they talked over the holidays? Checked in on FaceTime? Hey, Oos. You know, how's the family? Talk some business on what's going on with the production company with The Rock. You don't think they talked about Street Fighter? And then they bring up WWE and looking at the landscape of things. because they understand scale. Shouts out to Lil Wayne. He said it like this. So on my Libra scale, I'm balancing sins and forgiveness. You can't manufacture aura. You cannot script presence. You either command the frame, you command the camera, or you don't. Roman Reigns checks off that box. Now, let me be clear. A lot of conversation about Triple H lately. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. This isn't about Triple H. This isn't even about wanting Vince McMahon back. This is legit about evolution. Roman said that we haven't advanced. 2 years in, who is the next megastar? Where is the storyline that feels dangerous? Where is that promo that feels like a moment? Because right now, wrestling just feels safe. It feels polished. It feels well produced, but it's not electric. And electricity is what electric is what made people buy tickets. Electric is what makes people plan trips. Electric is what makes people argue at barbershops, schools. Roman is electric. And here's the final truth. At this point, Roman Reigns doesn't need WWE. WWE needs Roman Reigns. He's got the leverage. And when your biggest star says the man who once looked into the camera and said, this is my show, this is my camera, I run it all. When he says publicly that we haven't evolved creatively, he ain't throwing a tantrum. This is your franchise player calling an audible. Yeah. QB1, please. Not you right now, Cody. You can be RB1. You can be WR1. But QB1, OTC1, that's reserved for Roman Reigns. The question now is, will WWE listen? Or will we keep running the same play over and over, hoping the crowd will react the same way? Because if the product continues to feel like, hey, I'll catch the highlights later, you're not looking at evolution, y'all. I've kept you much too long. I feel like I'm at church. Please don't misunderstand me here. This isn't about nostalgia. This isn't like Jay-Z, you want to hear the old me, buy my old albums. No, this isn't about, going down nostalgia lane. Nostalgia is undefeated, by the way. This isn't about hating the new regime. This isn't about pretending the bloodline can just run it back like it's a rerun. No, we're not running it back. No, this is about standards. When you've seen excellence, you don't clap for average. When you've tasted steak, you don't go back to microwave dinners. Roman didn't just hold the belt. He held the temperature of the industry. He made wrestling feel good again. He made Friday night feel important. He made WrestleMania feel inevitable. He made the camera feel like it belonged to him. And when a man once looked into that lens and said again, that this is my show, this is my camera, I run it all, and we all believed him, you don't replace that with somebody solid. You answer it with something bigger. And right now, we have the question, we just don't have the answer. And if nobody else has stepped up into that space, then stop playing games with me. It's time. It's time for Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble. It's time for Roman Reigns to walk into WrestleMania 42 on night 2. Not as a nostalgia act. It's not like, 2006 John Cena, where it's like missionary every single time. No, it's not like that. But have him return as the standard. Put the belt right back where it belongs. WrestleMania is not a participation trophy. WrestleMania is about presence. And until somebody proves that they can command the camera the way he did, if they can command the tribal chief like he can, then there's only one man that feels inevitable. It's our tribal chief. It's time. And that's not a prediction. That is a spoiler. Thank you for joining me on More Insight. This is Insight You Can Trust, because there's more where it came from. Make sure you acknowledge our tribal chief. See you at the Rumble.